I know you love earning travel rewards and cash back, and that's why you're going to love Rakuten. With Rakuten, you can earn cash back on everything you need to book your dream trip, hotels, flights, rental cars, experiences, and more, while still booking through your favorite travel sites. And don't worry, cash back can be earned on top of earning the credit card points and the hotel and airline loyalty points that matter most to you, depending on how you make your booking. Plus, with Rakuten, you can also earn cash back on groceries and other purchases like electronics, pet supplies, and more. And the best part, you can join today for free and start earning cash back on top of your travel rewards. Go to Rakuten.com or get the app. That's Rakuten, Rakuten. Rakuten, the most rewarding way to shop.
This episode is brought to you by TaxAct. Don't do your taxes alone. Join TaxAct's National Admin Night. Admin nights are social gatherings for getting through your to-do list. So get ready for a night of fun, finding deductions, and filing taxes with TaxAct, where you can file your federal and state return for just $49 through April 8. Let's get together and get them over with. Visit taxact.com/admin-night for details.
This episode is brought to you by Fandango. People say fans are too distracted these days, but the truth is, when a great movie hits the screen, you show up, you stay glued, invested, part of the story. And without fans like you, there'd be no cinema magic, no shared moments. So head to Fandango.com to get tickets, stream, or rent or buy top movies and series. Fandango loves fans.
What does every Christmas special need? It should have some Christmas music, a splash of good humor, and it should radiate holiday cheer, the cozy feeling of warmth, giving, and sharing time together. You're going to get all three and much more today, including our top 10 holiday traditions revealed, plus a big announcement at the end and a funny surprise as we look back on a decade of our favorite Norwegian Christmas moments, celebrating the 10th year of the Norwegian Christmas Spectacular. Anne Dorthe.
Yes.
You want to get us into the show?
Sure. Welcome to
the Zero to Travel podcast, my friend. She doesn't even know the name of my own show.
Of course I do, but I wasn't really sure what to say.
Here we go. Welcome, my friend. Here we go, Anne Dorthe. It's happening. My lovely wife sitting here on the couch. And as we record this, we're very close to Christmas, a.k.a. Jul in Norwegian. Well, you'll be hearing that word today. Jul, J-U-L, spelled J-U-L, Jul. Welcome back to the show, finally.
Thanks for having me.
I mean,
it's an honor.
I know I didn't really prep you for that intro there.
I know what your name of your show is.
I know that. Well, this is a big one because, first of all, let's set the scene. We always do this with the holiday spectacular. We are in our living room looking at a gorgeous Christmas tree, lights twinkling, stockings hung by the chimney with care, all the good stuff. We don't have a fire because it's actually a little bit too warm for that in some ways.
Yeah.
But we have all our holiday decorations up, and the Christmas skunk is in full effect. We have a Christmas skunk, which
unfortunately
is a point of contention in this house. I got it, something from my childhood. Anyway, I digress. We've got a retrospective here today on 10 years of producing this annual special, producing memories together. What do you think? Are you excited for this one? I am.
I am too.
It is really, to me, about celebrating first times all over again. Let me explain what I mean by this. By the way, I prepped Anne Dorthe a little bit for this show, but it's going to be a little bit off the cuff, and that's what keeps it interesting, right? We're going to play some clips today from some of the prior episodes. You have not heard any of the clips I've picked out. So when I pause, I'm actually going to stop and play her the clip that you hear. And then we're going to talk about it and get her reaction. And it's going to be all around, the holiday themes. And when I say celebrating first times, I feel like, the first time you do something, you can only really do it once, but you have like that childlike mindset where you do things you've done before and it feels like the first time. It's like the beginner's mind kind of, you go in and you experience it with like that childlike wonder. And for me, the Christmas Spectacular is actually an opportunity for that, because we always record it before we have our Christmas here, and then before we go up to visit your parents and have Christmas where you come from in rural Norway. And it just reminds me, it kind of makes me appreciate all of the sort of traditions that sometimes, as the years pass, you can take them for granted. But if you really take your time to kind of feel it and experience it as like a first timer in a way, as much as you can, I think it ups the level of appreciation.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I agree. And also that aspect when you are doing it with somebody that hasn't done it before, for us, especially when you do it with your kids and do it with them for the first time, but you haven't done it your whole life, it's like doing it like from the beginning again.
Yeah. You get to see it through their eyes, and it feels like the first time again in some ways.
Awesome. Yeah.
It really is. But I mean, even if you don't have kids, anybody can do that.
Oh, yeah,
I think
absolutely.
it's really embracing that mindset of like, I mean, that's one of the themes here I wanted to pull out as we get into this. We're going to have 5 glorious, fun, Christmas-filled, holiday-filled segments coming up, along with the top 10 list and some of the other things I mentioned, this funny surprise and this big announcement at the end. But we're going to start and kick this off in the first segment, going way back to the very first annual Christmas Spectacular.
Uh-oh.
A decade ago. Can you believe that?
Oh, really?
Think about that. I don't know, I had this idea. I was like, oh, wouldn't it just be fun to do a holiday special? And we did it. We put it together, and here we are 10 years later doing it again. And to me, even though this is literally the very first clip from the very first Norwegian Christmas Spectacular, and it's still one of my most unforgettable Norwegian Christmas moments. Have a listen. We're literally dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh.
That's true.
Through the fields, snowy fields of Norway. You can hear the horse bells.
Where I grew up.
There we were on the one-horse open sleigh through the Norwegian forest. That was before we had kids.
That's true. It's something we've done since your first Christmas in Norway.
Yeah.
Yeah. My dad have taken us every year since.
Mm-hmm. To the farm across from where your dad's farm is.
Yeah.
And there's a guy named Harry.
Yeah.
And he's got an old wooden sleigh and horses, and he hooks it up, and you hear the bells and the whole thing.
It's so nice.
You ride out. It's gorgeous moonlight, and if the clouds are free, even if not, I mean, you're just in a beautiful forest. You stop. You have a fire. You have this warm glögg, the mulled wine, but it's non-alcoholic, I think. But it's
not.
And gingerbread cookies, pepperkaka, we call it,
and a fire.
And a fire.
It's very nice.
It's super nice, and still one of those experiences that, I mean, when I first had it, it was blowing my mind, because this is what you hear in one of the most famous Christmas songs, right? Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Like, yeah, that's from like whatever, 1700. Like, who does that now? And here we were in Norway in the countryside doing it. This is even before I think the road your parents live on was paved. I think it was just like a gravel road at that point. I can't even remember. But anyway, special moment. I mean, we're going to be talking about some more unforgettable Norwegian Christmas moments as we go through this retrospective. But I have to say thank you for giving me my first and only, not the only one, but the only time I've ever done a one-horse open sleigh ride has been with you guys in Norway. And it's so special.
I think we all love it. Yeah.
So cozy. Nice. You get bundled up. Magical. Can't say anything more about it other than it's just magical. And
we're doing it again this year.
Yeah. I mean, that's what the magic is, what Christmas is all about, as we said. So it's now a family tradition and one that I really enjoy. Let's move into the gifts. Not a big part of it for us. I mean, it is, like everybody else, we exchange gifts, but I feel like the best gift is getting the time together, of course. But Our favorite and least favorite gifts we're going to share a little bit later. You know, one of the things that was interesting when you go to another country and you're learning about their traditions, you get what to you is maybe like the wonky version, because it's like it's different from your version. It sounds a bit wonky, a bit different, a bit off, even though it's not, because it's just different because it's from another place. And I want to talk about who brings the gifts. That's where I'm getting at here, because this is a lot different than the person who brings the gifts in the USA. The person who brings the gift varies from country to country. I didn't know much about how to celebrate the holidays here when I first came, including anything about the guy who brings the gifts. And you know, around the world, you got Kris Kringle, Father Christmas, Papa Noel, St. Nicholas, Santa Claus. But who brings the gifts in Norway?
Julenissen?
Yes, the Julenissen. And this is you explaining the Norwegian Santa, the Julenissen, to me for the first time. So you can have a listen.
Well, let's hear if he changed. The Norwegian Santa, he's pretty small. He wears like a backpack, a small one, and he's friends with all the animals, all the horses, the sheep and the cows, and all the animals out in the forest. He takes care of them during the year. And in Norway, it's a tradition that on Christmas Eve, you have to put out porridge with cinnamon and butter and sugar on the barn for the Santa to please him, or else he won't come. And the Santa in Norway doesn't come through the chimney. He comes through the door. He knocks on the window, and the kids think he's a little scary, but he's very nice. And he's small. He's probably like around 1 meter or something. He wears a red hat like every Santa's does, but he has like a knitted sweater and wool pants.
You know, I'm still convinced that your dad is actually Santa Claus because he has the belly and the beard. Let's just say that. And he looks quite like Santa Claus. So anyway, he's not a small Santa Claus.
That's true. Maybe he's one of the Santa's helper, I guess.
There you go.
Yeah. And this is still the same.
Still the same?
Still the same.
You're a little bit taller than him, I think.
Yeah, a little bit, I guess.
Just kidding. Well, I still haven't figured out if your dad's...
Well, you said my dad is Santa, so...
I still haven't figured out if he's actually Santa. He does
now
live
our kids thinks that too.
Towards the North Pole. You know, I had an inside look recently on how the Julenisse sees the world, if you know what I mean. Do you know what I mean? No. I was the Julenisse.
Oh yeah, that's true. Forgot that. With
Don't
like
tell
you should tell about that success story.
What, when I was the Julenisse at the daycare?
Yeah.
The Barnehage here, we call it, the daycare. Yeah, I dressed up as the Julenisse. I think our kids are sleeping. And distributed the raisins to the children in a very orderly fashion. No, what did I do? Was it a total disaster? We still got to get that costume back to the neighbor, by the way.
That's true. Was it success? I don't know. You got busted pretty early on from the neighbor kids.
Yeah.
And everybody was running around screaming that it's Oscar's dad. It's Oscar's dad.
Yeah, our son is Oscar, and the first thing that happened is I got all dressed up. I was ready. I was spending all this time preparing in the green room.
You also came out in the kitchen and all the kids saw you.
I didn't know what I was doing. I barely see. And I came out and I had the burlap sack and the whole thing. And I'm thinking, all right, this is it. I'm going to go make these kids happy. And the first thing I see is a neighbor kid who's in our son's, he goes in the same little group as our son at the daycare. And he walks right up to me and he says, in Norwegian, I'll translate it, "You're not Santa Claus. You're just Oscar's dad." That's just Oscar's dad. That's Oscar's dad. It's not Santa Claus.
And then 100 kids were like, it's Oscar's dad.
I had that moment for a second, like in a comedy film where, the main character has like a sick fantasy where he's like, listen, kid, you better shut your mouth. I know where you live, Don't tell anybody. But, of course, whatever.
I told you to not talk.
I shouldn't have talked.
No.
Never
Never
let a
talk.
podcaster be the Julenisse
No.
because he can't shut up. Okay. Hopefully you're giggling along with us at this point. I was fascinated by the Julenisse because of his diminutive size, yet like the power he packs in such a small size.
Size doesn't matter.
Yeah, well, each of the Santa Claus and Nisse, they all have their own qualities, their own traits, and we, in the 5th Norwegian Christmas Spectacular, we decided to match them up.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
To see who would win in a battle between.
Wasn't it a tie?
We're going to have to find out right now between the American Santa Claus and the Julenisse.
I'm rooting for the Julenisse. All the way,
Norway.
baby.
Have a listen to the Santa Claus versus Julenisse throwdown from the 5th Christmas Spectacular. Let's get ready to rumble!
In this corner, weighing in at roughly 30 kilograms, maybe a little less, guardian of farm and animals. He loves a pat of butter on his porridge. He's a shapeshifter, potentially, and the Norse meaning of his name might be dear little relative. It might not. We're not sure. The Julenisse from Norway. And in this corner, hailing from the North Pole, he's known by many names: Saint Nicholas, Kris Kringle, Father Christmas, but you know him best as Santa Claus, weighing in at a whopping 150 kilograms, maybe? Not quite sure. He's a pretty big dude. Santa Claus!
He should go to boot camp or something. 150 kilo? Oh my gosh.
Now, let's get into this. The tale of the tape between the Norwegian Julenisse and Santa Claus. Let's start with the height. Julenisse coming in at just under 3 feet, about 90 centimeters, somewhere around there. And Santa Claus, kind of regular-sized guy, maybe average height, a little bit taller.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have to give the edge to the Santa Claus here because certainly with those big black boots, he could probably stomp out the Julenisse pretty easy.
That's true, but does size matter though?
Well, we're going to find out in the next category, but we're going to give the edge to Santa Claus here. Now, let's go Julenisse versus Santa Claus. Weight. Pound for pound. I mean, we got Julenisse small, right? He's small, but he's
Very strong.
ridiculously strong,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Just crazy strong.
Yeah. Just like a normal Norwegian.
And Santa Claus, let's be honest, a little fat.
Just like a regular American.
Hey!
Sorry. Oops. That's not allowed, I guess.
A little lazy. Wow.
I'm really
Anne
sorry.
Dorthe speaking her true mind here and married to American nonetheless. That's rough.
As my daughter would say.
We are going to give the edge to Nisse because he's small but ridiculously strong. And pound for pound, clearly has an advantage over
He's a muscle man.
Santa Claus. Let's go with the beards right now. Both long and white, correct?
Yeah.
It's a draw.
I would say so.
It's a draw.
Yeah.
Temperament.
Oops.
Oh, boy. Well, if you want to get a hint of what the Julenisse's temperament might be, you can just listen to Anne Dorthe here.
Borrow my wife.
She's getting riled up. She's ready to throw down. It's safe to say that Santa Claus is jolly, happy, friendly.
He just ho, ho, ho all day long.
Yeah, he's just a happy dude. He's kind of like our son, just smiling all the time, easy going.
That's true.
And Julenisse?
Yeah, I guess.
Not so much.
He's a little moody. Just like
a little moody. I read on Wikipedia that he has been known to beat people unconscious when he doesn't get a pat of butter on his porch, for example, or
he knows what he wants.
If he doesn't get things in a certain way, because his job, correct me if I'm wrong, tell us a little bit about the Julenisse. He lives in a barn.
Yeah, that's a fjøsnisse. We have different variation of the nisse as well, but yeah, the most common is the fjøsnisse, Julenisse. Lives in the barn, protects the barn if the farmer is nice to him. He's good with the animals.
If the farmer's nice to him.
But he do tricks if they don't treat him right.
Like tying cows' tails together.
Yeah, it can mess
I don't know if I'd call
beating
somebody unconscious for not putting a patty of butter on your porridge a trick. But
no.
Apparently, little dude can get pretty angry.
Yeah, can get very angry.
Pretty angry if something doesn't sit right with him. So temperament, tail of the tape, we got to give it to Santa Claus. I mean, jolly, friendly. You know, I'm a little. The Julenisse makes me a little nervous. It's
probably the diet of the Santa Claus.
Sounds like one of those little dogs that just gets really pissed off all the time because it's small. You know, it's like,
that's true.
Well, we're going to talk about diet here in just a second. First, we're going to go to productivity. Productivity. Julenisse, guardian of the farm.
Yeah.
Caretaker of animals.
Mm-hmm. He's a responsible guy.
Working himself
9 to 5
to the bone. Working 9 to 5. He's little. He's strong. He's running around. I mean, you see Christmas cards with him. He's got wheelbarrows. He's pushing things around, doing things, taking care of animals.
Shoveling snow.
Taking care of things. Santa Claus kind of just hanging out, letting the elves do all the work, and working one night a year.
Yeah, he's a little, what do you call it? Lazy.
The edge is definitely going to Julenisse.
Yeah.
And the last category of the tail of the tape, diet. Now, Santa Claus was here this morning, as we talked about earlier. He did house some cookies, pounded a glass of milk. He probably did that at every other house he went to early this year.
No wonder he's 150 kilo.
Julenisse eating grat, what we call in Norway, porridge. Healthy. Pretty healthy.
Pretty healthy.
You know, gives you good sustenance, gives you energy for all the work you need to do. Santa's kind of riding that sugar high all the time, probably crashing, but it doesn't seem to affect him too much. You know, this could go either way because it depends on your perspective. I like to have a little healthy food. I like, if I'm working a lot, to have something that's going to stick to my ribs, going to keep me full. But I also enjoy cookies and treats and cakes and things like that. So, but I got to say, this is a draw here.
Yeah.
AD.
I would say so.
The winner of the throwdown between the Norwegian Julenisse and Santa Claus is both of them. Both of them. It's a draw. It's a draw. It's a total draw, and it deserves to be. They both have their interesting, eccentric qualities, and I love them both for all the things they have to bring to the table. Just don't piss off that Julenisse.
They're the best.
We'll get back to the show in just a moment. I know you love earning travel rewards and cash back, and that's why you're going to love Rakuten. With Rakuten, you can earn cash back on everything you need to book your dream trip, hotels, flights, rental cars, experiences, and more, while still booking through your favorite travel sites. And don't worry, cash back can be earned on top of earning the credit card points and the hotel and airline loyalty points that matter most to you, depending on how you make your booking. Plus, with Rakuten, you can also earn cash back on groceries and other purchases like electronics, pet supplies, and more. And the best part, you can join today for free and start earning cash back on top of your travel rewards. Go to Rakuten.com or get the app. That's Rakuten, Rakuten. Rakuten, the most rewarding way to shop.
Protein is now at Starbucks, and it's never tasted so good. You can add protein cold foam to your favorite drink or try one of our new protein lattes or matcha. Try it today at Starbucks.
Now, back to the show. There you go. A tie.
It was a tie.
It was a tie.
Still the strongest, though.
Yeah, you know you married an American. I just want to remind you one more time, you did marry an American. There were a lot of pro-Norwegian comments there. You
I know.
Just want to reiterate the fact that you are
married to you.
Yeah, I'm sorry for that, by the way.
You're sorry for the comments or that I'm married to you?
That you're married to me, obviously. All right, well.
I'm sorry if I offended somebody. It was 5 years ago or more. 5 years ago?
We were having fun.
Yeah.
We are having fun, and we hope you're having fun as well. Okay. You know, I mean, it was a throwdown between the Julenisse and Santa Claus. You can't take that too seriously, right? All right. We talked about who's bringing the gifts and learning those traditions and who that was, and we've had the pleasure of meeting the Julenisse, the taller version. Gifts are, of course, a part of the holidays. You know, spending time together, always the best. But in terms of like gifts you've been given, Anne Dorthe, I'm just curious. What was one of your best ever gifts? It doesn't have to be like the best ever, but one that you got.
One of my that I remember the best is when I was probably 12, and I had been wanting it for a long time because I was really into music and
Bryan Adams CD?
Yeah, for example. No, it was
wait, hold on. Fun fact, Anne Dorthe once wrote a love letter to Bryan Adams.
My mom translated it. I was 8 years old.
Yeah.
I didn't know English yet.
No.
And he replied, or his
his
whatever
team did.
Yeah.
And she still, I think, pines for him every now and again. Okay.
I don't.
Sorry, getting
I
off
like
track.
his do.
He
like
cuts
his
like a
music.
knife.
He's cut like a knife. Yeah, sidetrack. But I think I was 12 and I got my own CD player.
Yeah.
And that was like only mine.
Yeah.
Like my brother had one and I had to like borrow his or my dad's to be able to listen to music. But I got my own.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole Christmas I was just like sitting in front of this CD player playing my own music. It was awesome.
Yeah.
I remember it. So that's like probably one of my strongest and best memories. And then also I have to throw in there that 1 year before we had kids, you wrote and made me a children's book.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That was very sweet too.
Okay. Well, that's nice to hear.
I had to mention that.
Wow. Okay. That's surprising to me. Thank you. Yeah, I remember the thrill of having like a Walkman or something and getting a present like that where you could control your own music. And it was such a thrill to be able to just put something on and be with it and just, be in your room and listen to something that made you feel something. Awesome. Can you think of a worst gift you've ever gotten that you can publicly announce?
I don't know.
Hopefully it's not something that I gave you.
I normally appreciate what I get.
Yeah.
I think like when I was a kid, like soft, we always like poked all the gifts, was snooking around everywhere, just like our kids are doing now. If they were soft, we were just like, oh, that's not lame because that would be clothes or something.
Yeah.
That wasn't, or like knitted socks or that I really appreciate now. But when you were like kid, you didn't care for that. You wanted hard stuff that was like boxed, you would prefer that because that had toys in it.
Right.
So that's probably like a memory I have. And also like things that I had to share with my brother.
Yeah.
That was pretty lame.
Well, unless it was like a board game or something.
Yeah.
But
I don't have like a thing that I was like, oh my gosh, who like could be possible giving me this? Because I think like when you give something, you feel...
You're grateful.
Yeah, you're grateful for it.
Of course. Yeah, I'm surprised our kids, they seem to like getting clothes and stuff.
Yeah, they do.
It's great because I remember not really liking that much when I was a kid either, unless it was like a football jersey or something.
Something cool with Garfield on or something.
Well, we all know food and drink is a huge part of every holiday.
What is your favorite gift?
Oh, wait, you're not going to let me slide? No, I didn't actually think about the answer to this question. Move it along.
No, you have to answer.
Well, I mean, the music thing struck a chord with me. Pun intended. Is that a pun? Not really. Reference intended? I don't know. For toys, I remember getting this Indiana Jones truck that in the action figure, and I thought that was really dope to get. I don't know. It was always I always felt pretty lucky that we got really nice gifts. I mean, I remember I got a bunch of ninja weapons one year. That was pretty awesome, including a grappling hook and some Chinese stars.
I have no idea what
sword.
these are.
I was 9 or 10. Welcome to Gen X. And I survived. So that's good. So those were cool. Yeah, and every year I try to, you have to try to come up with some good gift ideas, and that's always can be a challenge, and you figure it out. It's not what it's about. You shouldn't stress over gifts. It's about the time together. And one of the things we do together, we all do together, as I mentioned, is drinking and eating over the holidays. And Norway seems to be very much into their Christmas food. And it's a certain menu. We've talked about it many times on the show. Well, back in the first Christmas Spectacular, you, Anne Dorthe, shared what it meant to have a farm Christmas. And you talked about the food and the drink and the people you would find at your farm Christmas and some of the other popular regional dishes. And instead of playing some clips, because we've talked about this in various ways over the many years, you want to just give us a quick rundown of the Christmas food traditions in Norway, a once and for all quick overview of here's what we eat, here's what some other people eat. You got the Christmas beer that your mom makes. You get the aquavit, which is the Norwegian liqueur, spirits. Yeah. You want to...
Water of life. What I grew up with is different from what other people in Norway have, though. So it's different from where you're from.
Regional.
Yeah. So for me, it's it's very common to have grøt, which is porridge made of rice, on either the day before Christmas or for lunch on Christmas.
Well, this is what you have to explain too, because you have
an almond. You peel.
Have Christmas. The day before Christmas Eve. Then you have Christmas Eve. Then you have Christmas.
Yeah.
And then it keeps
going.
Christmas keeps going, even though it's not Christmas in America. But 26th, 27th, 28th, all the way till the New Year is sort of still Christmas.
The week after, at the week. It goes to the 13th day after Christmas Eve.
13?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody does it for 13 days.
Yeah. That's what I grew up with. Yeah. That's why my parents are now everybody thinks that Christmas is over, but it's not. Because I'm used to not having a tree before the day before Christmas.
Yeah, right.
That's very normal in Norway.
Right.
But now it changed with those American traditions. So it's more and more common to get a tree and decorate early, and it gets earlier and earlier and earlier. So having
don't sound so bummed out about it. You're looking at a gorgeous tree right now.
But
come on, Scrooge.
We didn't do it the 1st of December. We did it.
I would have if I was allowed.
I know.
Well, I'm bringing up this because we're going to talk about the food, and when we say, "Oh, this is a Christmas food tradition," it's not just one day. We're eating this every day
Back
for
to
many
the food.
days in a row.
Yeah. I'm used to. We eat a lot of pork belly, and some meat cakes, and my dad makes some meat dishes that takes a lot of time with different spices in. It's really good. And my mom makes delicious food. And we have juleskinke. Everything is called
Christmas ham.
Yeah, ham. And
your mom makes 7 different types of cookies.
Yeah, more. But it's the normal is 7. But normally my mom makes more than that, which is super nice.
And you got to go and bake with her this year.
Yeah. That was extremely nice. That's what we have for all these meat dishes. We have for dinner on Christmas Eve. And we eat that for lunch every day till New Year's, basically.
Every day.
And then we also have fish. That's normal to have. More and more meat, I guess. But other places in Norway have lamb, for example, pinnekjøtt.
Yeah.
It's made of sheep, and some have cod and lutefisk, which is a fish dish with the fish is like the consistency is like jelly.
Yeah.
I don't like that, but a lot of people
but in
do.
some, that's like more coastal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, coastal
But
Norway.
it's like my parents eat it too, but they make sure they eat it when we're not there.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the most common. And some have turkey too, so it's different. But that's more common on New Year's Eve. But you eat through your Christmas, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So when Christmas is over, your clothes doesn't fit anymore.
By the end, I'm ready for like spaghetti or something.
Yeah, or salad, basically.
Yeah, but it is very nice. And again, going back to the theme that I mentioned at the top this first time, as you're describing it and thinking about it, I know what to expect. I know what's coming, but also it's good to just go into it and appreciate the traditions and what's being served and all of them, including the food, drink.
There's a lot of love behind the food, though. Like it's
homemade cookies and everything's cooking for hours in the oven and and that's pretty typical across the country, right? People are given a lot of tender, loving care to their meals. It's a huge part of it because, like you said, you're eating it every day and you're getting dressed up and sitting down and eating it. And even the next day, what we wouldn't call Christmas, you're dressed up and having it for kind of brunch, and it goes on for days and days and days. And it's nice. One of the things we didn't talk about that we had today, as a matter of fact, big part of the Christmas traditions here in Norway, the julebrus.
Oh, yeah.
The Christmas soda. And instead of hearing us describe it, I thought I'd bring back a clip from the 5th annual Norwegian Christmas Spectacular when our friends Jason and Kelly were visiting.
Yes.
And even though it was October, we busted out the julebrus because we knew we were going to do the spectacular, and we wanted to get their tasting notes. So you can hear somebody tasting the julebrus for the first time and how they describe it and what it tastes like. Big part of Norwegian culture here, getting the julebrus, the Christmas soda. And you can have a listen here and a quick clip of two of our friends trying it for the first time. We are cracking julebrus for the first time. Go ahead, give us some tasting notes. Take a sip. Give you a minute to. They're smelling the glasses.
Cream soda.
Okay.
Yeah, it smells a lot like cream soda.
I was thinking like an A&W cream soda was the first impression on the nose.
It's interesting to get the American perspective here on this julebrus.
It's actually a little less sweet than a cream soda.
I agree.
Pretty similar.
I'll try again.
Quaffing.
Yeah. No, I like it. It's very much, I'd say it's very much like a cream soda, just much less sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Less creamy or?
A little bit. Maybe more. Maybe a little more creamy. It doesn't have as much as that root beer finish to it, but it's actually pretty tasty.
You may want to note that I have finished my julebrus.
And give me a out of 5-star rating. What would you say?
I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5.
Yeah,
it's a pretty good tradition.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
I think it's delicious.
I like, as far as traditional drinks and things go, I mean, for being something that we just like picked up at the supermarket right there, it's good. Yeah. It's
Skål. Skål. 5 stars. We happy with that, Anne Dorthe?
I'm very happy with that. They have good taste.
Not overrated. No, it is delicious. We had it with our popcorn at the movies today, and it's
a good combination.
Great combination, I must say. So if you come to Norway, no matter what time of year, try to hunt down.
Well, they only sell it though from.
Yeah, but sometimes
you should be good. Visit us. We always have some extra.
Drop us a line. We'll have some julebrus waiting in the storage for you. Okay, on to the next segment, which I'm calling this Making It a Magical Month, Not a Magical Day. And we often think about, well, you're like so busy leading up to the holiday, at least in the States, you got Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and then it kind of it's done. And, we have to enjoy the time leading up to it. And there was something that you mentioned in the 3rd Christmas Spectacular that was a concept that I loved because I felt like it extended the holidays. And in fact, this might be my favorite part of the holiday. Have a listen. What is this, Anne Dorthe? The forjulskos?
Förjulskos. It's like pre-Christmas coziness. It's like everything you do before Christmas. That is like just nice and fun, and like you bake and you eat it. That's the most fun thing, obviously. You get together with friends, like have glögg, as we talked about last year, which is like a spicy drink. Warm. It's like glühwein, kind of. And it's like getting together, have like a Christmas workshop where you make like Christmassy stuff. That can be förjulskos. Yeah, it's everything, like having like candles and baking and like just meeting up with friends and family. And yeah, that's what it is.
We'll get back to the show in just a moment.
Expedia, you're here. But are you here? You go to Hawaii in your head all the time. During meetings, in the car, Hawaii is on the mind. But when you're ready to go, there's Expedia, the one place you go places. Flights, hotels, vacation homes, cars. You can save when you bundle or book as you go and still save. So what are you waiting for? Expedia, the one place you go places. Members only. Savings vary.
Now, back to the show.
There you go. The forjulskos, which is like literally translation, like before Christmas coziness, but also it's called the Adventstid. And this is what we're doing right now. I mean, we've been to a couple shows. We saw Annie with our kids. We saw this magic theater show that was Christmas themed. We went to the Christmas market. And I mean, this is fun. I would say write down all the fun experiences you want to have between now and the holidays, whatever holiday leading up to it that's busy, and try to do them. Shows, markets, ice skating, whatever. This is maybe my favorite part of the holiday, even though like a lot of the preparation can be stressful, but the actual doing like holiday things together.
Yeah.
It's so nice. You know what you're getting at the holidays, but leading up, you got to enjoy that time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Don't stress.
Have you enjoyed having this month and some of the things we've done?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We've been to some great shows. We made a gingerbread house.
Yep. Baked some gingerbread cookies.
And we've been to like the lighting of the Christmas tree in the neighborhood, and in Barnehage. We've been to shows at the school. It's very nice.
Yeah, it has been very nice. And so, you know, I know we're running up on the holidays already, but just a little reminder there for any holiday. Enjoy the lead up. You can always enjoy the lead up. Okay. The last segment we're getting into, we're coming down the home stretch, Anne Dorthe. I know it's getting late for you. It's getting past your bedtime soon. Keeping her up late. She is a tough cookie. Okay. We're going into our favorite Norwegian and family traditions. And, you know, I'm going to start this off in a reverse way by sharing a tradition I don't miss very much, actually, at all. This one is from the 8th annual Norwegian Christmas Spectacular. Have a quick listen.
All right, we've got a nice tradition going on here. Second year in a row where we carry the Christmas tree all the way home from the garden center while our kids lose their minds on the way. What do you think, Anne Dorthe? Sticking to the early tradition, carrying the tree about a mile up a hill home, maybe more, and the kids losing their minds? What do you think? Do you like these two Christmas traditions each year?
I don't know. No comment. Ja, men vi ska ha mat när vi kommer hem.
They're hungry. They're tired. But when we get there, it will all be worth it. Set up the tree, get the lights going. Yes, they're losing their minds. Yes, they're hungry. No, they probably didn't eat enough this morning, even though we tried to get them to eat all morning. But hey, part of the Christmas tradition is not just the mystical, magical Christmas moments. It's also the meltdowns in between. So we move to the side for a car, rest my weary arms, and continue carrying this tree up the hill.
while Anne Dorthe pushes a heavy stroller. Good luck, and we'll see you at the top. You remember those days, Anne Dorthe, pushing that heavy stroller around?
Yeah, those were the days when I was fit, I guess.
And, that tradition is dead for now because we have a car.
Yeah.
I don't have to carry a tree from the garden center like 2 kilometers or whatever. Although I felt pretty tough when I was doing that.
Yeah, you're a man.
But I don't really miss it, to be honest with you. So, some traditions...
I think I carried the tree too.
No. I carried it all the way because I said you offered to. It wasn't because you were pushing a heavy. Trust me, you were doing your part. But I said no. I came this far. I can't. I have to feel like I did it all the way. I needed to go all the way with it. If I was going to go that far, I might as well go all the way. Anyway, I'm glad we're not doing that tradition anymore. And traditions sometimes they come and go.
Yeah,
they do. And are there any others you wish to eliminate at this time, Anne Dorthe? Speak now or forever hold your peace. I think there's one. You might like the Christmas skunk, perhaps putting the Christmas skunk out.
Go.
Ironing the curtains. Is that a tradition you want to?
Yeah, I don't need that either.
That one don't need so much. Do it your mom's. I don't mind ironing the curtains. Actually, she likes them nice and straight. It makes me feel good to straighten them up. Gets me into that.
No, that's
mode.
not the worst thing. The skunk that can.
Well, I mean, all kidding aside, it's kind of nice to add new traditions sometimes, you know? And I was wondering if there are any new traditions you want to add. I think, like, for us now, going to a show is kind of a new tradition. We went and saw the Adam Douglas Christmas. He's like a musician, Christmas show. We saw some shows this year. I feel like that's a new tradition. Like we go to a theater and see a play or a musical.
As a family, go and see something.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And it's cool to add. And the Christmas market has become a tradition now. And now 2 years in a row, we've ridden the Ferris wheel. I have ridden the Ferris wheel all the way to the top with the kids. And that feels like it's a new tradition. So new traditions are... They
are welcome.
Fulfilling.
For sure.
Yeah, it's a great thing. Maybe going somewhere warm. Could that be a new tradition?
I don't know that.
Just like once every 3 or 4 years.
Don't need that.
Throw it in.
I like the winter.
Toss in Little Island vacay.
I like skiing.
Okay. All right. We're into the final home stretch. Thanks for sticking with us. This has been fun. We do have a big announcement. Anne Dorthe doesn't know what the big announcement is, and a little surprise. We're getting to that. First, we're going to share our top 10 favorite traditions revealed. 4 from me, 4 from Anne Dorthe. I don't know what hers are. She doesn't know what mine are. And 1 to wrap up this episode, and 1 which is going to be a big surprise. So I'm going to go first, if you don't mind. And it's something you already mentioned, actually. You can have a listen. This is from this year's Julegranstenning, which is the Christmas tree lighting. It usually happens right in the beginning of December. The community comes together and they light the tree and there's some music. And I recorded the choir this year. You can have a quick listen. I love that. I love that people can just come together. There's the ceremonial lighting. It feels like it kicks off the season. And I feel like that's when, okay, it's really begun now. We can start doing holiday things. And I don't know.
It's official almost.
Yeah, there's something about it. I don't know.
And it's also community, like you feel connected with your neighbors. It's nice.
Really cool. People come together and do that and light up a tree. That's a community tree. And it's a lot different than being in your house and just flipping the calendar and being like, okay, it's December 1st. It's not. It feels more like a formal entry point into the whole holiday season, which I really, really love. Do you want to share one of yours, please?
Yeah. One of my favorite traditions is getting into the barn with my kids and my dad.
Yeah.
And putting julegrøt.
Yeah.
To Nissen.
Yeah.
Put out food for Santa.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah. I really like that.
I love that too.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you shared that. Yeah, you know what? And let me just so people can kind of understand. The barn is like an older barn, and it's really cool because it's cold, and you go out and you got like a big tree, like a stump of wood, usually put it on.
Yeah.
And it's just something about even the sounds to me. I mean, I guess I love audio, but the glass hitting the tree stump and the kids there and like knowing they're putting out food for the Nisa and
and they're like
cute.
They're a little scared maybe, but also very excited.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
So magical. I love that. That's cool. Thanks for sharing that. It gives me goosebumps. That's why I love recording this special, because we get to talk about these things. Okay. Second one for me, the Engedal Christmas party, where you come from. There's this Christmas party. It's like in an old wooden common house. Everyone bakes and brings in. Everyone kind of chips in. Where does all the food come from?
It's a comedy. It's a community that chooses like a group that like do it every
but
every
somebody
year.
from the community. Like people from the community that bake and bring stuff in. They're singing. There's kids running around, and overall, it's just super nice vibes.
Yeah.
And when everybody starts getting around the tree and singing, it's so cool. It's just like joyous. It's festive.
Yeah.
And
nice.
It's really nice.
And it's for the kids, and it's very nice.
Mm-hmm. What about your next one?
My next one is the Christmas food and the Christmas cookies, the cakes that my parents are making, or my mom is making all the cakes. But the reason I have it is, first of all, because it's really good to eat and drink, but it's also all the work and the love behind it.
Yeah.
Like my mom starts in the end of November preparing for all this.
So much prep.
Yeah. And then it's something every day, basically, to get ready for Christmas. So I know it's like so much work and dedication and love in it.
And you got to be a part of that this year and see how much work.
Yeah. And I like when I was younger, you take everything for granted, basically. But getting older, you understand, like, this isn't like just going to the store and buy everything. This is like... and also being very grateful for the animals that we are eating, and it's not just like a package in the store. So I just feel like that's on my top list for different reasons. But
it sounds to me like the main reason is it's because if like your mother put so much work and your father, they put so much work into doing these things, it's not about the actual food and drink you're eating. It's about that they care enough
to make it every year. Yeah,
and
especially my mom, like all the cakes.
Love you enough and the family to just do these things.
Yeah.
And put love into it and time and make it a thing. That's
Absolutely.
really special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it had to come on my list.
Yeah, I love that. My third one, Christmas at home.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned earlier, we have the American Santa. We drop him a note. He stops by before we go up to visit your family. And it's a different vibe. The Christmas for me growing up was always very casual. Like you get up at, super early, you open presents, you rip it open, wrapping paper everywhere. It's crazy. Everyone's laughing, having a good time. You're in your pajamas like until 1, 2 o'clock, eating kind of whatever, leftover food from the night before. It's kind of in a way, not the opposite. It's just way different. It's just way more casual, way more less formal. We're not dressing up for anything or doing anything, at least in my family. And I think across America, the traditions vary because it's such a, I think Norway is more, I don't mean this like in an insulting way, it's more homogenous in terms of their traditions. Like the traditions are old. They kind of run through the country. It's only 5.5 million people in the country. So it's set traditions with not some diversity, but not as much probably diversity in the personal traditions as it is in the States. So I don't know what it's like for everybody else in the States, but for us, it's always been a pretty casual holiday. And so it's kind of nice because we get that sort of more formal, Christmassy kind of traditional things up where you live, but then here we kind of let loose in a way, just lay around in our pajamas, drink our coffee in our pajama pants, and
I like
open some presents.
I like that we have
I like both.
a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super nice.
It's great.
All right.
Yes. My third is what you have mentioned before, the horse sledding.
Oh, yeah.
Kalnefart, as we call it in Norwegian. When we do it in the afternoon, right before it gets dark. And it can be like freezing cold, or it can be like foggy, or it can be crystal clear, like you see the stars, and it's very nice, and it's magical with doing it like now with my parents and our kids, and the sounds, the bells and the horses and the fire, and it's very, very cozy and nice. And I just like every time I'm just sitting there closing my eyes, just taking it in, and feel very lucky and grateful for it.
Yeah, that's really nice. Yeah, I didn't actually put that on my list, I guess because I mentioned it already, but it could easily be. You know what? I probably should have put it instead of this one, because when you describe it, it takes me there again. And this is where the episode started, right? But I added for my last one here, and then of course we have a couple more as I mentioned, but the Christmas market. I'm really enjoying the tradition of taking the kids to the Christmas market. I know it's silly. They got the candy apples and the Ferris wheel and whatnot, and the talking reindeer and all this stuff, but the animatronic talking reindeer, I should say, not the actual talking reindeer.
It's a little weird.
It's nice to go to the city and have like a Christmassy day. I don't know.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
You get into the mood.
How about you?
Well, my last on the list is to decorate the tree with my kids.
Yeah.
That's
you know what? I'm going to swap my last one out for that too. Yeah. Can I do that? Can I share that one with you?
I don't know. Yeah,
please.
You can. Yeah, that's just because they're so excited, and now they started to like have the decoration that they remember. They're like, "Oh, this is mine," or "This is like I remember this." Yeah, and they put their like we listen to Dolly and Kenny, and it's like our tradition. Yeah. We also decorate the tree at my parents' house, and that's super nice too. So that's a part of this list. Yeah. But like doing this with my kids it's just magical. It's like then I kind of feel like the Christmas isn't about gifts and like stressing around to spend a lot of money, but it's about just those moments where you just spend time with the one you love. And you do something like that, and that creates memories that will like go on forever. It's very nice.
I love you, honey. By the way, shout out to Dolly Parton, Kenny Rogers, Once Upon a Christmas. Best Christmas album ever, in my humble opinion. We love it here. That is great. I love when we get to decorate the tree. Totally on board with that. 1,000%. Why do you still make me hang the Eagles candy canes, the Philadelphia Eagles candy canes in the back?
Because it's a Philadelphia Eagles candy canes.
Yeah. That's my football team.
I know, but I don't want them in the front of the tree.
But Oscar
I'm sorry.
Spider-Man can be hanging out right on the side there. I see Spider-Man from here.
He's 5 years old. You're 49. It's a difference.
Okay, fair point. All right. Well, we're coming into the end here, Anne Dorthe. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to share my favorite traditions, our favorite traditions, and kind of approach this again as like a first time in a way. And I must say, from the 1st to the 10th Christmas Spectacular, I've loved making this show with you, Anne Dorthe.
Thank you, and likewise.
This is
or
my,
I don't know if I loved it, but I always ended up loving it.
Well, remember the list is 10, so this is number 9, and I'm putting this on the list. One of my favorite traditions. One of my favorite parts about Christmas is getting to spend this quality time together with you and the kids and anyone in our family and friends circle. We have the chance to share moments with. My mom's come to visit before. Came up.
Very nice.
You know, Christmases over the years with my dad, my stepmom, sister, my nieces. And, you know, this has been one of my favorite things, making the show, getting a chance to talk about all of this and just have gratitude for it. What has been your favorite part about making this series of holiday specials?
Well, obviously, spending time together, and you push me a little bit out of my comfort zone because I don't do this like on a daily basis.
You're very hard to pin down.
But I think like maybe the thing that I think it's like kind of embarrassing, but I also like when my friends and my friends' husbands, for example, are like, "Oh, are you making like a Christmas Spectacular this year? When is it coming out?" And it's a little embarrassing, as I said, but it's also like, oh, it's also sweet to know that people are listening to this.
Yeah.
And that's nice to think about. Thank you for listening.
Yeah. Well, that was the next. Thank you for doing that. That's the perfect segue, because that's what I was going to say. I was going to thank you, the listeners. This is one of my absolute favorite traditions. It's like a time capsule, getting to have this, and the fact that people listen, not just friends and family. We have other listeners here that enjoy these episodes, but you know, of course, all of our friends and family listening right now, and everybody's a part of this community. This is what it's all about. It's just sharing. So thank you. And of course, thank everybody who makes this show possible every year, and all of the shows that we're doing as we're closing out of the year. I should give a quick shout out to like Caitlin and Chris, our editor, and Julenisse, and thank everybody. And lastly, it's a big announcement here, Anne Dorthe.
Yeah, I was like, what is this? Are you preggers?
Listen, yeah, I'm pregnant. I have to. No, but first, we can't go without my last favorite tradition, right? This is a funny little surprise, because I contacted Chris, our editor here at the Zero to Travel podcast, and asked him to put together a little compilation of sorts of a long-running tradition that's a part of this show. And it involves Anne Dorthe singing a special song, or not wanting to sing a special song.
Mostly that,
I should say. We're going to do that, and then we're going to see what Anne Dorthe will do for us afterwards. I do want to say, before we do that, this is the big announcement. This will be the last Norwegian Christmas Spectacular.
Aww.
Yeah. I feel like we have covered the Norwegian Christmas. We have 10. It feels right. I'm not saying that I don't think we should do any more shows together, because I'm always wanting to drag you on the podcast. When the end of the year comes, maybe we can do something different. But I feel like it's time to retire the Christmas Spectacular. Maybe people feel differently. I don't know. We've covered every angle of the Norwegian Christmas.
I think sure there are some other angles.
I think we can still get on the mics and have shows together, but this will be the last one. So if you enjoy these shows, you have 10 years worth of Christmas holiday specials to listen to. How do you feel about that?
I got a little sad.
Yeah? Okay.
But yes, it's probably time. But traditions, though, you should keep your I'm kidding.
We'll see.
No, 10 is good.
Maybe you'll be the one talking me into it next year.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe it's reverse psychology.
Well,
yeah, it's probably time. But it made me like, I didn't know about this, so it made me like immediately like a little sad.
Yeah. Well, me too, but all good things come to an end. That's why I wanted to end on a high note by sharing this compilation clip Chris put together of you and your interesting relationship with singing this song over the years. Have a listen to this one. I think Anne Dorthe is going to leave us with a little Christmas song as she shakes her head. No. We know you're not Mariah Carey. In fact, I call you Mariah Scary.
It's terrible. I can't sing.
Give us a little something.
Okay, this is
Take the mic. I want you to own this.
Okay, do you want to like be the choir?
Sure.
Normally I sing it with my mouse voice, but Jason hates it.
Let's hear it in your mouse voice. Just one little bar. All right, and that concludes the Norwegian Christmas special. one more time. Just a couple lines.
No, then
please.
you have
It's
to
back
go
by
back.
popular demand. I have had people begging to hear the mouse song again.
Yeah, right. Now I can't even get into the song. It's so embarrassing. I have a blackout right now. Hang on. I'm actually going to pass this
Oh,
year.
come on.
Yes,
No.
I am.
You can't do that.
I'm going to refer to last year's Christmas episode. I'm not going to do it again. Even if we're talking about traditions.
Breaking my heart.
Are you ready? Are you sure you want to listen to this?
Oh, yeah. I'm getting goosebumps because it's going to be like hearing this for the first time.
No. Really? Do I have to?
Oh, you have to. You have to, like, we have to put lights on a tree. Like, we have to go on one-horse open sleigh rides. You have to.
Well, I'm doing it for my kids so they can make fun of me in some years. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready. All right. Do you need to gurgle some water beforehand or anything? Are you prepared?
I need a lot to do this.
She's sitting up. Looks like she's preparing her diaphragm. Take a drink of water. Go ahead. Let's
your
not
sick water.
gurgle it up. Do you need to call your singing coach before you? Okay.
Oh.
All right.
Are you going to give me the beat or what? You're
it
the
away.
famous rapper.
We've been doing this for 6 years straight, and you still
Jeez.
get red in the face.
It's embarrassing.
It's a beautiful thing. I love when you
I
sing
just
that.
do it because you also put this on your birthday. So
Listen.
do I have a choice? No.
No, of course not. We're waiting.
You owe me. Big time. Når nettene blir lange, kulde
Sorry. I won't look. Okay. She's turning around. A part that Anne Dorthe may dread each and every year, but she still steps it up and comes through.
Do I?
Can you explain what the song is, by the way? You know.
It's about the mouse family that tried to survive. And if everybody are still alive, it will be Christmas next year too.
Oh my goodness, that's dark. Okay.
Oh God, next year I'm going to make you do it.
Come on, let's get it going. Quit stalling.
You owe me so much. You know that?
Do I?
Yes.
Okay. What do I owe you?
A lot of things. Do I really have to do this?
Yes. Go.
Stop. You're not supposed to laugh.
No, I don't usually do it. All right, I won't look at you. You do something special with
hear
your
you.
mouth
You're
when
like-
you do it. Go ahead.
Når nettene blir lange og kulda setter inn, så sier
We'll leave it at that.
I'll switch
we'll leave
my
you one verse.
alcohol-free beer with yours.
Great job, honey. Thanks. Thanks for bringing back one of my favorite holiday traditions.
Yeah, right.
In the mouse voice.
Yes.
Thanks, babe. I want to say Elskadai and Merry Christmas to you. Kuyu. Well, what did you think about that compilation?
I was thinking, like, what crossed my mind was that you should be good enough in Norwegian now to sing this song. Actually, that should be like, that's what they're like, the listeners are thinking and waiting for right now. I have the lyrics right here.
No, that's funny
And
that you're trying to turn it
pretty-
around on me, but you're not going to be able to do that. We
Yeah.
just got 10 years of you fighting against this song, and I think it's about time for this 10th spectacular that you embrace it. You embrace your inner mouse voice.
I'm not.
You embrace your inner Mariah Carey or whatever, and you just own it here. You're going to close out the 10th and final Norwegian Christmas Spectacular right now, Honey Bear. It's
so
been
unfair.
an absolute pleasure.
And
Give me a high five.
Once again, you did it on your birthday, so I can't say no.
It's been an incredible run, and I've had such a nice time recording this show.
It has
with
been
you.
fun.
Can we have you back
Except
soon
this
in less than a year?
Song. Have me back on this? You
Yeah.
said it was done.
On this show, on this podcast.
We'll see.
Okay.
I don't think anybody will listen to this, to be honest with you.
Take it away. And you want to say one more thank you to everybody?
Yeah, I will say thank you. And for those that doesn't want to listen to this song, you can turn it off now.
Peace and love to y'all. Have a wonderful holiday.
God jul. And take care and be nice to each other.
Take it away.
You have to pinch in this time.
Når nettene blir lange og kulda setter inn, så sier vesle musemor til ungeflokken sin. Hvis ingen går i fella, men passer seg for den, skal alle sammen snart få feire jul igjen. Hei sann og hopp sann og faller alle ra, av julekvelden da skal alle sammen være glad. Hei sann og hopp sann og faller alle ra, av julekvelden da skal alle sammen være glad.
And it's like 15 more words, but that's enough.
We'll take one verse. You're a rock star. Thank you so much. Happy holidays, Happy New Year, and all the good stuff to you and yours. Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Peace.